Assalamualaikum and good morning, students. Welcome back to our English lesson. We will continue our lesson today with Unit 7, The Media. Today's lesson will focus on writing. Learning objective. At the end of the lesson, pupils should be able to 1. Rewrite at least 2 suggestions in the passive. 2. Explain and justify the writer's suggestions and final recommendation in at least 2 sentences. 3. Ask about and explain the features and articles that should be included in a magazine in at least 4 exchanges. 4. Write an essay in at least 3 paragraphs to report about the types of regular features and articles of a magazine. Content and learning standards. The main skills of today's lesson is Writing 4.2. Communicate with appropriate language, form, and style. The complementary skill for today's lesson is Speaking 2.1. Communicate information, ideas, opinions, and feelings intelligibly on familiar topics. In the previous unit, Unit 6, we learned how to write good conclusions. So in this lesson, we are going to learn how to make suggestions in a report. Reports are usually written in formal language to give information and make suggestions or recommendations. A good way to make your suggestions sound more formal is to use the passive form of the verb. For example, instead of saying that people could do something, you can say that something could be done. Part 1. Active form, passive form. Active form tells us what a person or thing does. The subject performs the action, verb, on the object. Subject plus verb plus object. Passive form tells us what is done to someone or something. The subject is being acted upon. Object plus verb plus subject. Look at the placement of subject and object for active and passive forms. For active form, the subject comes before the verb. For passive form, the subject comes after the verb. Pre-lesson. Let's look at some examples. You should jot down these notes in your exercise book. Example 1. Rescuers find a baby alive and healthy 2 days after earthquake. This sentence is in the active form. How do we change this to the passive form? Remember the placement of the subject and object. Active form, subject plus verb plus object. Passive form, object plus verb plus subject. In the original sentence, rescuers find a baby alive and healthy 2 days after the earthquake. The subject is in orange, rescuers. The verb is in yellow, find. And the object is in blue, a baby. Can you form the passive form now? This is the passive form. A baby is found alive and healthy 2 days after an earthquake by rescuers. Example 2. Man find escaped pet snake living on a tree in his house garden. This sentence is in the active form. How do we change this to the passive form? In the original sentence, man finds escaped pet snake living on a tree in his house garden. The subject is in orange, man, the verb is in yellow, finds, and the object is in blue, escaped pet snake. Can you form the passive form now? This is the passive form. An escaped pet snake is found living on a tree by a man in his house garden. Let's move on to our writing exercises on page 92. Please write down your answers in your exercise book. Exercise 1. Rewrite the following suggestions in the passive. Exercise 2. Write suggestions that could help in the following situations. Use the passive. Exercise 3. Read these writing tasks. Circle the subject of the report and underline what you have to write about. Exercise 4. Read this report that was written in answer to the writing task in 3. Underline the suggestions made in the passive. Then, answer the questions below. Explain and justify the writer's suggestions and find a recommendation for question 4B. Post-lesson. Discuss what types of programs you would show on a TV channel for your own school. Share your answers with your teacher. Part 2. Report writing. Pre-lesson. Let's prepare ourselves for the writing task. School magazine. The school has decided to start a monthly magazine for pupils. Work with a talk partner and decide what kind of features and articles you would like to include in the magazine. Writing activity. Let's continue with the exercises on page 93. Write down your answers in your exercise book. Exercise 5. You can often show the reason for your suggestion by describing the result. Match these suggestions about what to print in a college magazine with their results. Exercise 6. Look at 2 ways of making recommendations about a college magazine and answer the questions below. Exercise 7. Rewrite this recommendation in 2 different ways. Exercise 8. This is your writing task for today. Read this writing task and then use the plan and the language bank to help you write your report. Don't forget to give reasons for your suggestions and recommendations. Your college has decided to start its own monthly magazine for students. You have been asked to write a report for the college dean about the types of regular features and articles it could include, explaining why they should be interesting for students. Write your report in 140 to 190 words. You can use the plan to help you write your essay. You should have a title. In the introduction, say what the aim of your report is. Heading 1. Describe what regular features could be included and why. Heading 2. Describe what types of articles could be included and why. Lastly, make your recommendations. post-lesson. Exit card. Answer these questions on a card and send it to your teacher. What were you able to do well in the activities? What did you find particularly challenging about the activities? Let's recap. Remember, reports are usually written in formal language to give information and make suggestions or recommendations. A good way to make your suggestions sound more formal is to use the passive form of the verb. Plan your report before writing it. Use the template given. That's all for today. Until next time, stay home, stay safe.